Well, hi there, racing fans, and welcome to another edition of Winning Ways, where we are broadcasting from the studio at Sunday morning pretty early. That's why I'm looking a little blurry-eyed. But had a big Gold Cup yesterday. We'll go through all the races. We've got lots of information for you. But more importantly, did you see the Lions club those bloody Aussies?
Yeah, they're very good at Ellis Park, and they were too good. I thought they played well. But the team they're going to travel to meet played very well too.
It's an amazing team, that Crusaders. They have less possession than anyone. But when they get possession...
Or possession?
Possession.
Okay,
yeah.
sorry.
They have less possession than any team in the last 3-4 games that they played. They're like running at 40% possession. But when they get the ball, they are deadly.
Deadly.
You know? And they tackle like demons. They have a flat line, and they don't attack the runners. They wait for the runners to come to them.
Yeah.
And so then you see a lot of teams try and get up quickly,
Yeah.
They wait and they take them out. Yeah. And then they just keep taking them out and keep taking them out. But the
Lions give them a game?
Well, it depends on the conditions. If it's wet, no chance.
Yeah.
You know. But it looks like a proper all-round team. It was very interesting having Nick Mallett back on the studio, talking about the Crusaders pack.
Is Nas back?
Nas will be back. He's probably having a holiday, but he wasn't there yesterday. Anyway, was there anything else on the sports side?
No, the sport was quiet. It was racing.
Yeah,
more racing,
absolutely.
More racing.
Well, let's go and do the racing. Let's go and have a look at 3 to follow. Right, we're going to the Vaal on Tuesday, second race, and we picked up one of Baron Boertus' runners, a horse called Vega Fox that ran 4th, and it's by Noble Tune. It was bred by Limpopo Trading, and we expect this to come on quite a lot from this run. Look at it, didn't get a very powerful ride at all. I know it was apprentice ridden, but certainly let's go and pick this one up at the start.
Yeah, it's not where the arrow is. It's actually out at pen 12, 13, and it gets away slowly, and you'll see it with the striped sleeves behind the horse in yellow that we highlighted. It's behind that horse in yellow. Doesn't know where it's going. Run in, run out. The rider's trying to get it to settle in behind the yellow. And in the meantime, the pace is on. You've got horses going very quickly up there. Huddle showing good speed. Liquid Gold. Hear the trumpet. They're all showing good speed. And this horse can't go with them, James.
About third last at this stage. Right in the middle of the pack, getting scrubbed along, got no chance, not even looking like it can get to the races. Remember, at the Vaal in the middle of winter, they get away from you, and you just got no chance. But here it switches out, and Mallorca gives it a little punch along, hands and heels, and you'll see that it comes into picture late, but this was a pretty good run. And we think that when it's, this is a stable that when it's the right day, there'll be money for this. And you can be with it. It will win.
Eula beat Ferraranga to win. It's well done, a Stuart Pettigrew. But keep an eye on that 4th horse. I really think that this horse, Vega Fox, when it learns how to run, will win soon.
Okay, well, the next one we go on to is a horse called Pink, trained by Lucky Houdlakis and bred by Connemara Stud, master of my fate out of Dynasty Mare. And this ran a pretty good race too, because this will improve quite a lot. Very nice looking filly. Zachner rode it for the Houdlakis stable. Let's go and pick him up at the start.
Yeah, here we go. This is Pink. It's got the white face. You'll see it. It comes out quite well. But the horse that comes out best is your winner, Albie. That's in the blue. It shoots a couple of lengths clear. And this is our friend Mark de Kock. Well, it's actually his son, Matthew's, put this On a Mission syndicate together. They're having a lot of fun. And well done to him and the likes of Green Street Bloodstock. We had the 3A. These are the future of racing. It's good to see them involved, James.
Yeah, I think that they're doing extremely well. And they were very pleased with this filly's first run. And she improved very nicely. I think the horse with the red and yellow will improve a lot from this run. It looked like it was completely lost. Duke of Marmalade filly, probably looking for more ground. But the one we picked up's got the white face on the left-hand side of Albie, the winner, in the red and blue colours, Keith Waterson's colours.
Yeah. Interesting. The horse in 5th year ends up runner-up, parental control. It only gets into the race very late. Albie hangs on to win. But those we find Davian Pink isn't far off the action.
Yeah, really a bit all over the place she is. Here she switches back in, and you'll see she actually runs a very nice race. As you can see, the red and white colours, that absolutely flies. Just gets there too late. That's in the Lammerskral colours. Vidal Bella. Watch that next time.
So
that
should be worth. Parental control.
No, you got the wrong one. Vidal Bella, parental control was always up there. It's been a hard day for Laf yesterday, so you've got to forgive him. He's got a lot of things coming at him today too. Don't worry, I'm going to ask him a few questions that he might not be able to answer.
That's true.
Yeah. Well, he definitely won't be able to answer. So let's go and move on and go and have a look at the third one. We go to Kenilworth yesterday, and race 2. Pippi Langkous.
What does that mean?
I was going to ask you that.
Well, maybe it's Pippi Long Socks. I don't know.
Yeah, Langkousa. Yeah, but they couldn't have Kosa. I think so.
I did scarp at school.
Yeah, no, that's right. Mr. Stroke owns it and bred it. Stroke.
Okay.
You know him? What a winter filly out of a special preview mare. Should be able to run. Chestnut filly, trained by Paul Reeves. Donovan Dillon rode it. This ran a cracking good race.
Yeah, that's it. This horse is quick. It really gets into the action quickly. Out the gate and gone. I was very impressed with the speed. One up initially quicker than it, and it looks like it's number 8 or number 9 has got all the pace in the world. But suddenly this horse, Pippi Langkous, is really quick. The horse in third year eventual went over, Varsity Lover. And if I'm not mistaken, the mare of Varsity Lover was the first Captain L Group 1 winner.
Captain's Lover.
That's right.
Could be. You're not mistaken.
Yeah.
Without Limits has run a few times, shows a lot of pace, but so does this Pippi Langkous. It's in the yellow colours with the red spots on the right-hand side of your screen, and runs a cracking good race. It's always there, and
very
just
quick.
Gets run out of it. Yeah.
Yeah, it's going well here. It's getting pressured all the time, but without limits. And here on the outside comes Varsity Lover, the beautifully bred Varsity Lover, is finally in a stride like her mother could, and comes through to win it.
Yeah, trained by Candice. And I think this filly, Pippi Langkous, will be very nice on top of the ground. She's got lovely action. If it gets a bit wet, I wouldn't think that you'd want to be backing her. But that's certainly one to have a close look at. Let's go and see. We're still with This Shouldn't Happen, still with
Prairie North?
No, the hairy bugger. I think it's the hairy oak. That's him. He's... Well, if you missed the full unabridged version, you can go to www.goldcircle.co.za and you'll be able to watch it on the YouTube slide. And, yesterday was a hard day for the team. Very hard for them to get up this time of the morning and change that. Okay, so we're going to move on and we're going to look at the plum of the week.
Has applied a lot of pressure and has hit the front. Lord Silveria being chased by Darave. Defy Gravity's empty on the inside. Postgrad tries to get into the race. Then comes Quarari Viking, but it's Lord Silveria clear with 200 meters left to go. Look at him go. Lord Silveria is well in front. The race is on for second. War Legend, Samar, Postgrad and Quarari Viking all lining up. Lord Silveria is going through the divisions like a really nice horse. War Legend second. Third goes the way of Quarari Viking.
Well, not often we pick a horse twice as a plum of the week. We picked this horse last time we won, and we said follow this horse. Yeah. And don't stop following him. This horse you could have got 22-10 on Interbet.
This looks very good.
Sorry, you could have got 12-10 on Interbet. Sure. This is a very, very good horse. He actually, at the death, went to 15-10.
But drew away from him, James.
He's a top horse. I think this horse could be a big player next year's July season. Sean Terry, Samanga Kamala, and Chris Fanica owned him. I think he's top class, and I think he's well worth having a good look at for the future. Yeah. Right, we're going to move on, and what do we got next? We got current affairs, I think.
Yeah, some interesting stuff.
Yeah.
Best race time odds, transparency of betting markets, friendly and super efficient staff, the ability to negotiate odds, a full service tote, with no limits, which is very important for exotic players, loyalty program, speedy withdrawal of funds, full odds multiple betting, and excellent in-play markets. These are just some of the many reasons that come to mind as to why I believe, as a serious punter, there is no online operator in South Africa that can realistically come close to matching what Interbet has to offer. Put simply, there's no other site like it, and the ability to negotiate odds adds to my fun and enjoyment. Interbet, where the professionals bet.
Hi, welcome to Current Affairs, and normally we've had weeks without features. We're now stocked up. There were features in Cape Town, Jim. There were obviously great racing up here on our final day of the season.
Yeah, certainly was. It was a really good day's racing, the Gold Cup. We'll talk about it later, and obviously it is the highlight of the day, although there's a number of other Group 1s. But let's kick off with Kenilworth, where we start off with the first one of the races is the Champagne Stakes. It's a Grade 3, and it's over 6 furlongs. We picked them up at the 600-metre mark. This was a triumph for Candice Bass Robinson, and Aldo De Meo's chasing some sort of spot on a Jockeys International or something. He suddenly got his finger out, and he's really...
he's always been a very good rider.
Yeah, he really looks like he's
he can run
committed.
like a horse. Have you seen him sprint?
Yeah, he can run.
He can run like hell. No, he's a very good rider.
Well, he's used to running away from his father. Anyone will want to run away from that, that Malcolm Ovitz. That's what we'd call him.
James, it's interesting, this winner. These elusive forwards, especially the fillies, they're very good, eh, James?
Well, this certainly looks like a very nice filly. Let's go and pick her up at the 600-metre mark. Peter de Beyer owns her and bred her with a couple of partners, Marky Bass and them. Oh, we got the whole team here. Let's go and see what happens.
Deeper out, we got Call to Account is creeping closer. Citizen Rose, the light blue colours towards her inside. Then comes Good Time Gull, Nordic Breeze, Extra Ride, Freedom Charter being angled out, and so too Felicity Flyer. 400 metres left to go over again, being tackled by Call to Account in the yellow colours, and down the inside, Nordic Breeze, Freedom Charter. Made in Hollywood is also getting going. Good Time Girl, 200 to go. Nordic Breeze has put her head in front. Call to Account, Freedom Charter up the outside. They're into the final 100. Nordic Breeze, Freedom Charter is catching her with each and every stride. To the wire they come. Very close. Maybe Freedom Charter on the line over Nordic Breeze. It's a nose on top.
Oh, a good scrap between the front two. Came with a great rattle there, James. A good ride. And, of course, I think it was Greg Sheen that set sail on the runner-up. And Nordic Breeze looked home, but this filly powered home, eh?
Yeah, these are the two guys that are chasing each other's tails for some championship or something. They get an invite if they finish top of the Cape Jockeys log.
Invite to what?
To go and ride in an international race meeting. So you've seen the last couple of meetings, these two, Greg Sheen and Aldo De Meo, they're travelling, they're going all over the country, they're trying to win the championship.
So it's not in Kenilworth or Cape Town, it's number of wins.
Yeah, I think it's the jockey that wins the most races.
They both had very good seasons.
Yeah. Okay, we're going to move on to the next one, the Final Fling Stakes. It's a Grade 3 over 1,800 metres. And this was I must tell you, these guys have done a great job with this horse. Adam Marcus and his dad, Basil. This filly by Horse Chestnut out of a Key Danzig mare, she's very good, and
James Armitage bred it, didn't he?
Yeah, James Armitage. Yeah. She's won, I think, 5. There's a 5th in a row or 6th in a row. I mean, that's a tremendous feat from any trainer.
Yeah, very good.
Certainly to go into a race like this, she's a 4-year-old, and the way she won, they've kept her boiling since December, basically. Well done, guys. Let's go and pick her up at that 1,000.
That leader at a girth behind Party Crasher and Fresnay sees them all as they corner for home with just on 600 metres left to go. Concola, Dynasty's Blossom, and then comes Brave Move. Red Ginger, Midnight Moonlight, Fresnay and Party Crasher is going to whip them in as they straighten up in the final fling stakes with just on 400 metres left to go. Concola, the one in front, Dynasty's Blossom along the inside. Brave Move under a tight hold in the red and black colours. Party Crasher deeper out, Fresnay gets going. We're into the final 300. Brave Move puts her head in front. Fresnay is going to match her every inch of the way. Up the outside comes Party Crasher. Brave Move has taken the lead and now starts to stretch away. Brave Move comes home to win it, and to win it well. Fresnay second, Party Crasher. They were followed by Red Ginger, Concola, Midnight Moon.
Gee, this was very good again, James. Special performance, great ride again because he waited. Robert Carty snuck up and looked to be the danger, but he had a lot left.
Yeah, she's a very good filly, this. Yeah. And I wouldn't have thought they'd retire her. She looks like she's just getting better, and she might end up being a Group 1. Well, it's a final fling stakes or something, you know, so it's like the big race for fillies at the end of their career. With a chance to get
is that what it is? Sure.
But I don't know. She'd probably go and race next year. But
yeah, she's very good.
You know, she certainly had a good training job done on her. Yeah. Right, we move to Greyville, and we start off with the debutante. It's a Grade 3 over 1,200 metres, and the most unusual horse ended up winning it because the way this filly is bred, she's bred to go 1.5 miles on her head.
Yeah, even on the dam side.
Yeah, she's by Duke of Marmalade out of a Gray's Inn mare, okay? But she's damn good, and we picked her up, funny enough, we picked her up in a barrier trial,
that's
okay?
Right, that's right.
And we said, this filly is top class. She's a beautiful chestnut filly. She's owned by the Huttings, Chigor Stud.
Yeah, Hugo's very good. He gets a big horse every year, Hugo. Yeah, he puts his money in and he gets it well done to him.
They deserve this. And it was bred by Fran Coe, and she's a very, very nice filly indeed. And she's scopy.
Yeah, scopy.
Yeah, let's go and pick her up. Drawn, worst of all, I thought Richard Fourie, absolutely outstanding on this filly.
Yeah.
Rush is amongst the leading division early on at the 900 metre marker. Sweet Mary Lou's at the rail. All of Me's got the black sleeves on the outside. Temple Graffin, the red sleeves and cap on the outside of runners. Then Western Angel, who gives him about 4 lengths start as they move towards the 700 metre region. Petrus further back. Ariano's Shadows on the outside of runners. Further back is Naomi, and then comes Heaven's Reward, the yellow sleeves and cap. And then comes awesomely tuned Alavar and Boss Babes, the trailer. Homeward bound, 500 metres to go. Miss Khalifa, the leader. All of Me. Temple Graffin makes an early move. The red sleeves and cap. Invarush comes under pressure down the inside. Still got 3 lengths to make up. Ariano's Shadow tries to run on. Temple Graffin past the 200 metre. Ariano's Shadow, Invarush on the inside, and Western Angel. But Temple Graffin is still going, and Temple Graffin won't get caught. Ariano's Shadow will run second. Invarush will run third, and Western Angel fourth.
Yeah, superb performance by this filly. She was out deep, and James, she just quickened away, and they weren't going to beat it. And as you say, she's got a pedigree. She's only starting to warm up.
Well, nice for Duke of Marmalade to finish off with a group winner. And certainly, just talking about Duke of Marmalade and Stallions, Robin Bruss's horses arriving today in South Africa. It's a horse called Erupt.
That's right.
Okay.
The Bowie horse.
Have a very good look at this horse. This horse is a Group 1 winner. He's the most beautiful horse, stunning looking horse. And apparently all the top breeders in on him. I'm very excited about him. And well done to Robin for finding a horse like him. I'm not sure that Robin didn't find Duke of Marmalade as well, or certainly Kevin Somerville.
I don't know. I really don't know, but I think they'd be on to Dubois. Sure, we've been.
He's standing a main chance, this horse.
Okay.
What a stallion roster they got.
Sure, they certainly have. Those big studs are getting good ones. I actually spoke to Chris Gerber yesterday, and he's very pleased with these new stallions. They're really doing well, so it looks good. Because we've got a good bunch of stallions at the moment. You can buy a top horse from a whole lot of stallions, but these new ones coming through make it very competitive.
Well, let's move on to the Umkomazi Stakes. It's Group 3 as well. And cantering down, this horse looked just like a real racehorse. Chimichurri Run, okay?
Yeah.
Mayfair speculators own this horse with Chris van Niekerk. I'm amazed.
Okay.
1.1 million rand horse. Trippy, out of mare that Stuart Pettigrew trained, Spice Gold.
Yeah.
And this is a very nice horse. He won a good race. Kamalo gave him a cracking good ride as well for short. And let's go and pick them up at the 1,000-metre mark.
Outside of runners, and then towards the outside is Roman Dancer, Mr. Bombastic, a couple of lengths off them. Then comes Priceless Ruler, further back Desolate Road, and Celebration Rocks the trailer. Charlie Fox, the leader by a half length. Chimichurri Run a second. Ganesh Dalai on the outside, then Jarden. Cue the Music's racing about 3.5, 4 lengths off the leader. Roman Dancer on the outside, then Mr. Bombastic. As they turn into the home stretch, Charlie Fox, the leader. Back in second, Chimichurri Run, Ganesh Dalai, Roman Dancer. Cue the Music's now been asked the question. Down the inside is Jarden. Chimichurri Run, they hit the front at the 200-metre marker. Ganesh Dalai is down the inside, then Desolate Road. Cue the Music's in trouble, and it's Chimichurri Run now going away. And Chimichurri Run to win it by about 3 lengths. So Chimichurri Run will win it. Second place will go to Desolate Road, third to Ganesh Talai, and then Mr. Bombastic.
Well, there we go. Trippy's always been a great stallion, and this horse, Chimichurri Run, it turned it on the favourite, James, on their run in the Gold Medallion. And as you say, he looked very well, this horse.
Interesting about the favourite Cue the Music, Mario Ferreira owns him, and he's won the Natal Owners Championship, I think, which is quite good.
Yeah.
I think he's taken over from Roy the Boy.
Roy Woodley won it now. Well done to Mario. He's a man coming through some very good horses. Well done to him and Des and his whole team.
All his team,
Yeah, well done to him.
Well, interesting, I think Roy will be down at the Wild Coast, won't he?
Yeah.
I hope he doesn't turn over the golf cart.
No, he won't this time, he's told me. He had a winner yesterday. So
he's tidy.
Yeah, he's tidy.
Okay.
Yeah.
Well, that's the amazing thing. That was Umkomazi. Then we go to the gold bracelet, which was right at the end of the meeting, race 10. And with the scratching, a couple of scratchings here. The Lady in Black was the big loss to this race. But it still looked very competitive. The 3-year-olds against the older fillies. Let's go and see how that panned out.
Is around them on the outside. 1,000 metres to go now. Elusive Art's the leader, but now on the outside, Mayabi Gold. The pace is too slow. Epona's back third. Heaps of Fun is in the 4th place. Then Girl on the Run. On the outside of that one, Bipod Sabina's Dynasty. Gimme 6 got about 7 lengths to make up. Roy's Rivera's going around them. Then comes Merrill. Further back in the field is Intergalactic and Simply Royal Trails. Barley turning to the home stretch, 500 to go. Elusive Art's the leader. On the outside, Mayabi Gold, then Epona. Further back is Girl on the Run. Heaps of Fun on the outside. Gimme 6 is going to go through down the inside. Coming to the last 300 though, and Elusive Art still leads at Epona. Mayabi Gold's on the outside. Gimme 6 towards the inside, but Elusive Art still leads it. Mayabi Gold on the outside. Down the inside, Gimme 6, and running on is Girl on the Run. Gimme 6, Mayabi Gold over the last 100 metres, and Epona's taking late. They hit the line. Oh, it's close. It's very close there. On the outside, Mayabi Gold, and down the inside is Gimme 6.
Yeah, a very good race for Justin Snaith. I was big on Gimme 6. I think it had no luck over the season, and again, it just couldn't grab the stablemate, James.
Oh, Mark Khan wrote a cracker. He got a break on Gimme 6. Silvano filly out of a Western Winter mare, bred by Daytona, and they own a share in it with Nick Johnson.
Yes.
Nick Johnson might be the top owner next season.
Yeah, he's had a wonderful season.
He's going extremely well. So Justin Snaith got some compensation for what happened earlier.
Yeah.
But good win. Miyabi Gold, she's only a 3-year-old. She's Silvano, she'll go on.
Yeah.
Let's talk about what other news we've got here. And I read a very interesting article.
Yeah.
And it was headed City Racing. City Racing. So I thought, what is City Racing all about? And when I started reading, it was Peter Phillips, who's the Queen's grandson.
Son of Mark.
Yeah, Mark Phillips and Princess Anne.
That's right.
He's got a company that does promotions and that, and he did show jumping in London and that, and he's decided that he's going to set up a City Racing, which is 5 furlongs down the middle of the Champs-Élysées or 5th Avenue, New York, or the middle of London, okay? 5 furlong races. They've got synthetic trackies with Andrews Bowen, who's safe track surface. And they're going to lay down the synthetic track down the middle of the bloody road, and probably on a Sunday, and have City Racing. I thought it was phenomenal.
I'd like to see it happen. It'll get a great interest in the game.
2019, and the BHA has given him permission. So, you know, it shows you the BHA.
A bit full of royalty. Well, part of the gentry.
The BHA's changed its tune, just shows you, you know,
the game needs everything, any plug it can get, James. I think the logistics will be very interesting, but I'd endorse it if I could see it as being safe for the horses and great fun, and the public will love it, James.
Yeah, you just line the streets. Can you imagine, like sort of one of those marathons where they finish?
That's right.
You know, and you just have 5 furlong races.
5 furlong, 10
6
horses.
races, yeah.
Oh, you have a few on the day.
6 races, 8 horses in a race, and have a go. And proper horses from the stables. Yeah, I think it's a great idea.
Is that where the proper horses come from? The stables?
Yeah.
Okay, oh, that's excellent. Yeah. So that'll make it even better.
Well, it's not one of our this shouldn't happen horses. No. So, you know, the Matthew de Kock's syndicate horses.
I'm looking forward to that. What's the story with Frankie?
Frankie, he had a 10-day ban.
What did he do wrong?
Very harsh. He came across on them and gave a couple of jockeys one to go on with, winning a Group 3.
Yes.
Anyway, it was reduced to 6 days, but it still means that he misses 2 of the plum rides at Goodwood next week. Stradivarius and Without Parole, that's the Frankel, you know.
Okay, Without Parole.
Yeah.
2 very good rides.
Andrea Tenzi gets a ride on the 2 horses, and he was mad as a snake, but what can he do? That was the end of him. So he's gone. Aidan O'Brien and the MV Magna got the 2018 Longines Award from IFHA. Okay, and it's for merits in the racing game. Now, the interesting people is some of the guys who've got it is Yutaki Taki, the Romanov family, Jim Bolger, and Alec Head. Now, Jim Bolger and Alec Head were the 2 that really interested me because both of them are like owner breeders and trainers, you know. And both have made a phenomenal impact on the racing game.
Yeah.
And I suppose Aidan O'Brien and MV Magna, you couldn't find 2 better guys to get it, you know.
James, I think the guy who made more impact than the Bulgers and the Heads was that guy who brought out a 10-year-old.
Yeah, Mountaineer Park. You know where Mountaineer Park is?
I haven't a clue, James.
It's in the backwaters. Backwaters, Mountaineer Park. It's one of those little tracks. You sometimes get it on teletrack. You get to look at it. Yes. You know, if you're up late at night.
If you're in an aeroplane.
Mountaineer Park. Very interesting. Our man, Ted Randolph, had his 5th runner, okay? He's a trainer at Mountaineer Park, had his 5th runner. It was a 10-year-old gelding. It hadn't run for 5 years. So the last run...
lightly raced.
And its form was 17 starts, no wins, 1 second, 1/3. Okay, so he brought it out 5 years after... This is what's called bringing a horse out after a rest, okay? 10-year-old, and he was going to get clapped by the favourite. Okay, the favourite was dawdling the race. And the favourite's saddle slipped sideways, and our man Kevin Gonzalez was the jockey on the favourite. Okay, he took a dive. And what won?
The 10-year-old.
The 10-year-old from Mountaineer Park. I mean, it's not even possible, okay?
Well, that's racing, James.
That's racing. And the 5th start of his life. So this guy will never forget it. First winner of his life.
Mountaineer Park. I've got to look it up.
Mountaineer Park. It's a great racetrack. It's one of those racetracks where you find a lot of 10, 11, 12-year-olds running Lassics.
Mountaineer Park.
They're on buttes and Lassics. They're happy as larks. They run around there.
So you get
They've got stickers on them, big stickers on their feet like this, and you know.
With the horses.
Yeah, because they're allowed to wear
grippers.
cleats. Yeah,
they wear grippers.
For those synthetic tracks.
Mountaineer Park, where you have cliffhangers every week.
Yeah. I went there once. I saw, I think, Mowing's brother, Waishong's brother, was riding there. Yeah. Okay, then
Justifies retired.
Yeah, that's the bad news for American racing. He's 6 out of 6, unbeaten. Apparently
75 million or something.
It's $3.8 million. That's
what it's earned, but it's syndicated 75.
No, he'd be syndicated for a fortune. Thunder Snow, who won the Dubai World Cup, he's going for the Breeders' Cup Classic. He had a 10-furlong gallop at Newmarket, okay, on the July course as his warm-up. He's starting to warm up now, this horse.
Yes.
And then we spoke about Erupt, so that's it. That's our news. Is there anything else?
No, we came out to your call.
Well, let's go and see what happens in your call, because we have a whole lot of the big Group 1s and the Gold Cup, which is going to be a very interesting discussion. I have a few questions I'd like to ask Paul. I asked him last week. He couldn't tell me the answers. This week he will have the answers.
I got Pipi Longcoast right.
Okay, let's go Pipi Longcoast to your call. Well, as you know, the finale for the season is always the Group 1 racing here at Greyville. And everything seemed to go according to plan. No problems with any of the races. It just was a very good day's racing. So we started off with the Tequini Stakes. And this is obviously the race that picks out the best filly over a mile and looks like it might be the classic horse for next year for the 3-year-olds. This is the 2-year-olds, and it was a triumph for Return Flight. Now, remember she had won 2 races by 11 and 8 lengths, this filly, and then she got beaten by Dagmar, but Sean had gone on record and said she wasn't quite right. There was a lot of things went wrong in the race. She was unbalanced at the 300, and things didn't go right for her. So now was her chance to turn the tables on Dagmar, and she's by Pomodoro out of a special preview mare. Yeah, my goodness, special preview, twice he's featured as a Sire Broodmares. Okay, so let's go and pick them up at the start, Return Flight.
Meters in front of them. Gates crash back and they sent on their journey. Anton Marcus scrubs away on Return Flight, and she is the early leader by a half a length. Return Flight in the blue now looking to steady the ship. Around them Mazzari, Runaway Gals right there between them. Only a neck separating the first trio as they go into the turn and towards the 1300 zone. Perfect Tigress in the pink silk races about 3 lengths off the leaders. Further back we find Believe the Best. That's got about 5 lengths to hunt down. Towards the outside of runners, Can You Feel It trying to improve position. Dagmar's mid-division. Then we drop back to Pearl Tiara. Rail Trip, 3/4 of the way back. Give me a break, Nate. And then comes Beat It. Further back in the running is Sand Princess. Storm Destiny got a mountain to climb from there. Must be 15 lengths off with Long Pond. Now Mazzari's moving around to get into a striking position. 600 to go. Mazzari moves through to pick up the tempo. Return Flight now. Hooked to the center of the course as the bird flies off the track there. Then comes Runaway Gal. Pink Silk's a perfect tigress towards the inside. Return Flight at the 400-meter marker comes home. Mazzari's back second. Can you feel it? Anton Marcus says go, and Return Flight says clear the runway. Clear by 3. Dagmar's running on towards the inside. Rail Trip's coming home late on, but Return Flight, this has landed. Rail Trip's coming flying for second, but Return Flight all out to win. Rail Trip, can you feel it? Dagmar in a photo with Storm Death.
Right, well, Pomodoro, first season sire, him and Master My Fate, they're really cracking it.
Oh, Jackson ran third.
Pomodoro, yeah, Jackson.
Can you feel it? You know, I think it's fantastic for me that Sean and Chris have shown such faith in the stallion. He was a wonderful racehorse, and he's come through and won. You know what was interesting, James, how I looked at the form. He beat Long Pond and Jovic by 11, and I thought this is a very good horse. He beat him by 10.1 again, so that sort of form held up. I think it was a success for Gavin Van Zyl because his sons ran second and third, Chesney and Gareth. Fantastic success for them. And as I say, Pomodoro, Jackson, very good. Can you feel it? Michael Leafsauce, it's still a maiden, isn't it?
Yeah.
Sure.
But the winner, you know Bredet,
no.
One of the doyens of the breeding industry. Highlands stud manager, Mike Sharkey.
Oh yeah, Michael, my man Michael.
Sold it for 20 grand.
Yeah, well, he's ruined
it. So it just shows you can still buy a horse.
He must still have the mare.
Yeah. And he's probably still got the mares now damn of a Group 1 horse. So
well, Chris Van Niekerk,
actually, maybe he sold it because he likes to sell it.
How do you keep Chris Van Niekerk down? How do you keep Chris Van Niekerk down?
You can't keep a good man down.
Your best horse and Joe is going through his him. He's amazing.
Can't keep a good man down. No. I know, I'm a good man.
You're a top man.
Yeah, no, good man.
James Goodman.
Yeah,
sorry, I forgot that. Well done to Chris and Eric and Sean Terry. Superb. Got the horse back where he wanted to. And as I say, Rail Trip, a great run running on for young Chesney and his clients. Can you feel it? Michael Leafsauce. Well done to Gareth. These plugging into Group 1s is very good.
Yeah, well done to them. We move on to the next Group 1 for the 2-year-old colts. And here, Pomodoro is looking to make it a quick double with Cirillo from the Sean Terry yard. This was a bit more expensive, bred by Riverton, but wasn't to be. The good thing, the Australian horse won extremely well. He's by Epaulet. He's bred by Shadwell in Australia. And Sheikh Mohammed, very, very pleased for them. I think, the Maktoum, sorry, very, very good.
Could you spit it out?
Yeah, I'll get it out. Do you know what his name is?
Who?
The winner.
Sukrat.
Okay, let's go and watch Sukrat from the start.
Ready to roll. Gates fly and they sent on their journey. The back view from the 1600-meter marker. Alias Sart, ridden at the back of the field, is lost for the time being, 9 lengths off the tempo. Cyber Special first to respond, but there goes Crown Guardian in the yellow. Master Thief is over racing, and Bold Eagle now moves right around into a striking position at the 1300. Socrat settles into a rails run about 4 lengths off them. Just towards the outside of these, Twist of Faith, a little bit strong in the running. At this point in time, Ovation Award gives them 7 or 8 start past the 1,000 peg. Cirillo's 4 around in the Blue Silks, taking a bit of a hold there. Cirillo moves into within a length of Bold Eagle. Further back in the running, then comes Play Another Tune, 10 lengths off them. Alias Sart is winding up this field and 11 lengths off the leader. Coming to the 700-meter marker, and Bold Eagle 3 parts of a length. Master Thief is right there. Cirillo's around them. Crown Guardian, the green cap, to the inside. Cyber Special between them. Socrat is moving around runners now. Socrat's trying to get closer, and Alias Sart's going to make a move into the home stretch. That's a bold move from Socrat coming towards the outer. Alias Art's going to try and come in. Cirillo hits the front at the 300. Socrat's now starting to put in a claim. Towards the inside, Alias Art starting to unwind. Twist of Fate coming to the 200-meter marker now, and Socrat. Alias Art's on the inside over the last 100, but it's Socrat, and that's a winning move out there to win by 2. Alias Art second, then came Twist of Fate and Play Another Tune. A very bold move around the turn there from the inside to the...
Well, that was pretty impressive. That horse was on the inside fence. You watch the race, go and rerun it and watch it. He was on the inside fence, came right round the whole field, won up the outside fence, and won extremely well.
Yeah, I think a lot of speed horses, they all fell away. What was interesting here, they elected to drop the runner out, Bernard Fader, gave it a clear run. Cirillo, Spirit Thoughts from ran 4 wide the whole way, ran 5th on top of them. Noble Tune, I've been talking about them once they go over trip. Noble Tune had a 4th there. Well, what's it called? Play Another Tune out of Another Goat, ran on very well. And even Joey Ramsden, very good trainer, Joey. He got Twist of Fate to get a blow in as well. So I think they all ran well, but Michael de Kock comes away with the cream again.
Absolutely, and certainly looks like the cream. These two look like very, very nice horses. He told me he's got a couple of Dawn Approaches that can run.
Yeah,
and
he's bringing in these bombs from Australia, James, and
he
gets them to win.
You know, the best part is, if you start going through pedigrees now and start looking at some of the best horses we're producing, they got these families, these Australian families that we're bringing in here and helping the bloodline.
Yeah, absolutely.
And then they want to charge us for 18 grand to bring the horse in.
One horse in.
Yeah.
Do you know what I want to see more of? And I know it's not Michael's call. It's probably Angus and then the owner. A lot of these horses, I'd like to see them to stay as stallions. I think a Fleet's gone to stud.
Yeah.
He was a
they have. Rafif stands at Highlands.
Yeah, so they've got to come. I'd love to see a few more.
There will be.
There's some bombs Michael de Kock's coming through with.
Well, you see, what happens is that some of them go out of the country, go to Dubai. And then it's, there's always a problem to get them back in here.
These are good Group 1 horses with great pedigrees who will hold their own in our breeding sheds. But well done to Michael de Kock and his son, Matthew. That was a very good race for them. And of course, Randall Simons, he came away with the goods. He's been given a few bones now by the de Kocks.
Oh yeah, he's been riding for Alec Laird. He rides for Mike de Kock.
Do you think he's coming to the de Kock system because of his friendship with Matthew, the young brigade coming through?
I think they're probably quite right, because but when you look at it, even Stratham got a couple of rides from de Kock.
Yeah.
That was unheard of.
Yeah.
Pierre never got a ride from Michael de Kock. Anyway,
races,
I hope Stratum's down at the Wild Coast playing a bit of golf. I want to get his cash.
Yeah,
he's the one guy I can.
I haven't heard of him. I don't think he'll be coming.
What a shame. He's the one chap I can beat. Anyway, we move on to the Mercury Sprint, and this is a super grade one. It looked very, very competitive. There were horses there that looked like they were the right horses in the race. The horse from Johannesburg, Pinnacle Peak. Well, it's hard to travel up and down, and had a hard season before that. He looked like Marcus.
Maybe before we show the race, just to let you know something interesting, I think the public should know. We had taken horse into the race, was just our favourite sniper shot. He never missed the first 3 in this track in his life. Since being gelded, never missed the first 2. We always shoe our horses, major horses, on the day of the race. So there's no chance of a prick or a pin. It'll come out a day later. He came back without a shoe. He phoned the farrier and said, what happened? He said, I couldn't trim him, so I put a bigger shoe on. He ran with a small shoe here, a big shoe here that got pulled off. I was gobsmacked. Watch him, he comes back, it's like me playing football with a size 9 boot and a size 11 boot. Can you believe it, James? I'm not scared to tell it. It's an inside story. We're going to sort it out with our farrier.
I'm shocked.
I'm shocked. Now, you talk about shocked. Firstly, James, the wrong size shoe. He said, well, I couldn't trim it down. He sent his assistant, and his assistant's a great guy. He blew it. He completely blew this horse's chances in the Group 1 by putting the wrong shoe on. But let's watch the race.
Well, you know, the funny thing is that if you end up chatting to a lot of people in a race, that trainers that have horses in a race, every single one of them, if they give you their guts, will tell you that there's something didn't go right with the horse, because, and that's why I ran badly.
Yes.
sometimes it's a snotty nose and you think, well, I'll give it a bit of purback or whatever, and you know, it's sorted out. Sometimes the horse didn't come back quite right after a little workout and you think, doesn't matter, trot it up, the vet says it's fine, give it an anti-inflammatory. All these things are part of the makeup. Your preparation's got to be absolutely
you know, you've trained
perfect.
for years. Every day I've got 3 or 4 problems I face.
Yeah, exactly.
Every day.
That's what
so 100 a week you've got problems.
Yeah.
The more horses, the more problems. But we love the game. That's what about. But it's never happened to me in my life.
Yeah.
So Farriers apologise, but it's too late.
Well, you know, let's not get away from the winner of this race. He's an absolutely unbelievable horse, and he's bred by Northfields, which is Robin Bruss.
Yes.
Okay.
A good breeder.
And every time we've got something to say, Robin Bruss there or thereabouts. Now he's got this new horse coming in.
Yeah. But Mark Azzi's a great trainer. You know, Michael produces a sprinter. And good to see old man Pepper, Brett Pepper and his mates. They've been with this horse. They've seen it run good races. But this is its best.
This horse has won 11 races. This was his 12th race.
Fantastic.
12th win, okay?
Fantastic.
In 34 starts. It says a lot for the way this horse has been trained and looked after.
Yeah.
So let's go and have a look at the Mercury Sprint, Grade 1.
They sprinting away, and Trip to Heaven was slow once again. Is the trailer, and Vision to Kill was also one of the back markers with Attenborough. Rocky Valley's near the rail. Pinnacle Peak is right there in the thick of things. Black Cat back strong on the outside. They are followed by London Call, and then comes Sunset Eyes with the black cap. Champagne Haze, then Sniper Shot. Bishop's Bounties in the blue on the outside. Dutch Phillips about 7 lengths off the leader at this stage. Then comes Will Pay, Speed Point, Attenborough, and Trip to Heaven's giving them about 8 or 9 lengths start. About returning to the home stretch, 600 metres to go in the Mercury Sprint. And it's Rocky Valley in the White Silks, Black Cat back. Pinnacle Peak goes in for a run. Then comes Sunset Eyes. Sniper Shot starts to make a run. Champagne Haze towards the outside as London Call. Black Cat back, Sunset Eyes a big runner. Pinnacle Peak, Will Pays is running on down the inside. Sunset Eyes now, Black Cat back. Rocky Valley, Will Pays on the inside. But it's now Sunset Eyes the leader. Down the inside, Will Pays a big runner. And Will Pays coming to get them all. Will Pays won it. Attenborough second. Trip to Heaven flew for third. Photo for fourth. Sunset Eyes and Speed Point.
Well, he's out of a Jalad mare. Craig Zaki got compensation for a pretty quiet day up till then, but my goodness gracious, this was one of the good races.
Craig Zaki brings the big ones, and Michael and Adam, you know they can produce them, especially speed horses. They're fantastic. But hats off to Jay Ramsden. He brought this horse Attenborough back. He had won the Group 1 in Joburg. Yep. He had prepped here in the post Merchants. It looked like he was going to be right, and then he ran a great race here with the Bling. James, interesting to note, the back 3 at one stage were first 3 home.
Yeah, exactly. They turned into the straight. Second last, third last, and last into the straight. In fact, Trip to Heaven ran on extremely well. Attenborough ran on extremely well. And I don't know that there were many excuses for the rest. I think that, as you say, you obviously had a problem. But it was a very good Mercury Sprint. Yeah. Let's go and see the 9th race on the card, which was the Champions Cup, Grade 1. Let's go and see what happened there.
They look as though they're almost set at the 1800. They are. The gates are back. Racing, and Heavenly Blue from the inside, one of the first away. Undercover Agent came out very quickly, and Captain America out wide, showing pace shortly after the start as they run through the first 200 metres and sort themselves out. Sail South will settle just behind the pace as they start the turn down the side of the track. Eyes wide open in front with Captain America going up on the outside, and they're not going quickly. Undercover Agent is third, Gold Standard fourth, and Crowd Pleaser pushing up in the middle. Sail South is now trying to edge off the fence on the inside of the grey Heavenly Blue, who's further back in midfield as they come down the side of the course. Tappan Noth is a long way back. That's his pom-pom, the yellow cap and the white bridle against the fence. He's amongst the cap catchers. And Matador Man is last of all as they leave the 1,000 metres mark behind. Captain America is the leader as they travel down the side of the course. Undercover Agent has moved up on the outside, followed then by Sail South, crowd pleaser just behind them. Now Perovskaya has been caught deep off the track. Tapper North is back behind them with Matador Man, and Eyes Wide Open is behind the leading group as they turn the corner. Captain America had run to the lead in the straight. Captain America had taken over and darted away. Sail South has gone into second place, followed by Undercover Agent, but it's Captain America in front. Captain America, with short of 200 metres left to go, is travelling strongly and looks to have it all parcelled up. Sail South is giving chase, but Captain America in front and wins the money. Undercover Agent, Tapanoff and Sail South are in a photo for the miners.
I love this horse. Fontaine bred him, Captain Al, and he is, that's how he likes to race. Cool. Let him bowl along.
He's earned over 6 million.
You think, well, Pierre Cornelhoff has ridden him 21 times, okay, he's won 3 times on him. At last he rode the horse how the horse likes to be run. And he is very, very good. He looked, I just watch him in the parade ring and canter pass, he just relaxed. He's just like, I'm here again.
He's 8 tomorrow, isn't he? Or this week, he's 8 in the next couple of days. James, he is, again, testimony to Captain Al. And what I like about this horse, they're retiring him on top. It's like Eric Cantona. You know the game when you're the best. You don't play 3 more seasons. Gets out. And this horse,
Rosberg.
Yes, there we go. This is the Captain America. Great. Well done to the owners. Well done to Brett Crawford. Great training feat. Brett had first and second. And Pierre Cornet Orfa, he got the job done. But it won comfortably, James.
Well, do you know, Deanne Nagel's involved in this
That's
horse,
right,
you know? And obviously, the Sherrills, I'm looking for him in the Wild Coast.
Is he coming down?
Sherrill, yeah.
Okay.
Yeah, he's got a pocket full of money. I'm going to have to relieve him of some of that.
Yeah, there are a few guys you were looking for, eh?
Oh, yeah, a lot. Only you I'm not looking for.
No, you, we mates.
No.
De Kock, will he take
I'm looking
money?
for him too.
De Kock?
Yeah.
Nosey?
Yeah. And I won't find trouble finding him. Yeah, when he walks through the door, you notice him. Okay. Knowles and De Kock, they both
while
come through the door together.
While we're talking about Michael De Kock, hats off. 117 Group 1 wins.
That's ridiculous.
It's ridiculous. He broke Terence Millard's.
He had more Group 1 wins than I had winners in my career.
Well done, Mike De Kock. Fantastic training feat.
Superstar
Michael De Kock, and he's broken Terence Millard's record. But James, let's go back to the 3-year-olds. There's not much between them. Undercover Agent, also by the great stallion, and Tapper North and Eyes Wide Open. There very little between them over this trip.
Yeah, this was won comprehensively well. The track, as I was saying, was running from the speed up front. The only race that disproved that was actually the Mercury Sprint. But the rest, if you're up there, you had a big chance. So we move on to the Elan Gold Cup. Now, I have a question for you before we watch this race.
Okay.
I asked you last week.
Yes.
And you never gave me the answer.
I probably didn't know it.
This horse that won the race, It's My Turn.
Yes.
He dropped 2 points, which is 1 kilo, after he had won 2, well, certainly a Group 3, 2 feature races.
Yeah. He won the Derby.
How is that possible? Because let me tell you the impact that has before we watch the race. It has an impact on the stud book. It has an impact on every single thing that we do in racing. And you just find it incongruous that there's been no answer and no reply. You know, when that horse, what is his name, Hermoso Mondo, won the Gold Vase last year, he got 6 points penalty for winning the Gold Vase. And he still went and won the Gold Cup. This horse dropped 2 points from winning the Gold Vase. Why? What happened?
I don't know.
You don't know?
Don't know. So the same answer as last week.
Didn't you find out this week?
No, I didn't find out.
Last week. I've asked everyone. I've asked everyone.
And what has everyone told you?
They're shocked. They cannot believe it.
No, but what answer did they give you?
No, they don't know.
No
one knows. So, you know, they asked the handicapper, and the handicapper said something about a week apart, okay? was the one race onto the next race, so there was no penalty. But Sean Terry's filly, Witchcraft, got 10 points penalty for winning the Oaks on the same day that this horse won. This horse was absolutely slunging. He should have carried. He should have carried top weight. He should have been giving weight. And once the weights were compressed, as you can see, do you know how many horses were badly in with him?
Yeah.
So he proved that he ended up winning the race. And you know, at this juncture, I couldn't be happier for Fred Krabbier. He deserves it.
Dean
Kennemer, Anton Marcus rode a cracking good race. For all of them, for Dynasty, for the Engelbrechts who bred it. But you want to win fairly, and this was very unfair.
Well, it's something that I will take up for you. Last week, I just didn't realize it was such an impact, and it certainly is, you know. Interesting race, James. It's my turn again, the masterful ride. Hermoso Mundo was lost, because I remember looking at my horse sitting fifth, and they went round the drill all, I was fifth, and this thing was 7 lengths behind me last. The camp was at 1200, was a length past me, and I was ninth. There was a whole structural change of this race.
I think if you watch the race, and we're going to pick it up from the 1000, you'll see that they decided that it was too slow up front.
Yeah.
Now, what amazes me is you've got real good front runners in this race, a couple of them.
Yeah.
And the jockeys never let them bowl. Brandon Larena should have let this horse let it rain bowl. Pull them along.
Yeah.
Okay? That's how the only chance he had was to pull them along. He's going a hand canter up front. He wants to make it in a proper stayers race. When this horse has run well, he's made them stay.
Yeah.
Okay? Comes from Joburg. Lot to think that that's the way you're gonna go with the race. Anyway, let's go and watch the last 1000 meters. We've had our say, but I'd love to hear the official. Reason, and we will publish the official reason if you're prepared to tell us why this horse ran with a kilo less, 2 points less than he ran in the Derby. It's not. It just makes no sense.
Okay, let's go look at the race, and we'll see the success of this horse. It's my turn.
The big one, the Elan Gold Cup, and Let It Rain, 3/4 of a length in front. Now, Street Weaver moved up on the outside to go to second. Royal Utopia third. Fricky is fourth, but has travelled 3 deep. Wild Wicket fifth on the inside as they come down the side of the track, followed by Strath Don, then Dark Moon Rising. Further back is Made to Conquer, now sneaking up along the fence, and they're followed by Fricky at the head of the others as the boys now stand up and make their way onto the turn. This will tell the stayer from the horse who doesn't, and Let It Rain showed the way coming around the bend. 450 metres left to go. Street Weaver on the outside. One Direction is deeper on the track, coming right down the middle, followed further out then by Witchcraft and Wild Wicket. Witchcraft on the outside rail had raced up with 200 metres left to go. Wild Wicket trying to go with him, but it's Witchcraft in front, and It's My Turn. It's My Turn has burst out of the pack. It's My Turn's going home too well. It's My Turn has won. It's My Turn first. Hermoso Mundo's got up to run second, and a photo for...
Well, it was a great race, despite the commentator, our imported friend Terry Spargo, picking completely the wrong horse here. Going through the 300, 200, 100, last 50, suddenly got the right one. That will go down in history, but It's My Turn will go down in history as having won the Gold Cup, and he gets written into the record books.
It's a great race. And
Marcus, I mean,
July Gold Cup double.
Yeah. Wonderful
rider. He's been broken arms, everything. He's very good.
He is world class. He just gets better, Anton. I remember when he was a lighty, this guy. He rode for me a bit. He's improved like a good wine.
Oh, you must remember, James, we go back to London News, and then we woke up that morning to watch him in Hong Kong. You know, a second who gave it a race all over the stretch, Arthur Marcus on a horse.
Yeah.
He's a great rider. Been a great rider for decades. He's still a great rider, a great thinker.
Yeah. He works it out. He works out exactly. He worked out going through the 1600. This race was too slow. Yeah, and he had to get up there.
Him and Bernard.
He got up there. Fade Herb followed him, but he got first run on Fade Herb, and that was the end of the result. And the weight. Yeah, absolutely. Right, we're going to call it a day because that's what it's all about. We hope you had a wonderful 2017-2018 season.
Sorry.
Yeah. What do you want to tell me?
apologies for interrupting you. I just want to get a last comment out of you, because you've thrown a few at me today. Where are you going to finish in this golf tournament over the next few days?
If I don't finish top three, okay, if I don't finish top three, then I might not appear next week.
Okay, I'm going to phone Sharzy, just to be on backup. Top three.
You know, the problem is that I have a handicap where I put in my scores every single week. There are players in this tournament, okay, that don't put in their handicaps, their scores every single week. They put in their bad scores every week, okay. So they are got three or four shots in hand. There was one that won the jacket a couple of years ago. Yeah. He had about 6 or 7 shots in hand. Despite that, okay, I'm a good enough golfer to be able to take them on.
Top three.
Whether I can win or not is always debatable. But you know, I'm getting long in the tooth. But I'm like a 10-year-old that hasn't run for 5 years.
I'm going to put it on the air, because we always do, because I just want to remind you of the golf that I'm owed lunch. And I just want to remind, I'm going to say Michael de Kock finishes ahead of you. And Raymond Spielberg's coming with, he's in on that lunch. You, myself, and Hawkins. But James, just to end it, I'm telling you in front of the public, de Kock will beat you again.
Never, not in a million years. I got his number, I'm telling you. Yeah. He hasn't got Diane de Kock caddying for him this year, so he's got problems. Anyway, as you can see, we're looking forward to getting out of here and off to the Wild Coast. As I say, we hope you've had a wonderful season, because the season wraps up before we're here next season. And we wish all those horses a wonderful birthday on the 1st of August. Until next week, enjoy.
Your world of winners is now online at www.teletrack.com. Simply subscribe to log into your account from any mobile device in South Africa and access a wide variety of content from our membership package options. Listen in via a live audio stream, catch live racing locally and internationally, or view a wide variety of Teletrack magazine shows to stay informed and updated on the go at any time. It's never been easier. Go to teletrack.com now.